What you talking about?
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here.
No, sir.
They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to
I'm going to play with that motherfucker till the league say he's done.
Raiders.
Or he played with the helmet he's fucking supposed to. What the fuck that shit about?
You're a diva, man. I don't know you're leaving, fuck. Go ahead, let you talk your shit, get it over with, then that's it.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And look at that.
Oh, yeah, Hot Quick, pick him up. Let's go. Let's go.
Great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
I think I reached my trade limit, bro.
On the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
How many
definitely not your own red zone.
Hey, that's how you set the tone, fellas.
It's heightened, isn't it?
That's how you set the motherfucking tone of the game.
Let's
go!
And
the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
So the kickoff fumbled out. Great field position. Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Get in the box, nigga.
Touchdown, Raiders.
Yeah, let's go.
His first touchdown of the new season.
The Black Jerry Jones did it
Taking the
again.
early lead. Extra point by Carlson.
I'm glad you said anything. Darnell.
7-0.
That nigga say, who is Darnell? Darnell. Oh, he did it. The Black Jerry Jones, baby.
This fielded a few yards into the
you better
end
keep
zone.
your ass in there, Street Farm.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll
bring that
bring it out to the
motherfucker out
25
again.
on the touchback.
Talk to me.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
He winning. I got Aaron Rodgers back there.
3rd year back from Florida State.
No, but check this out. No, he don't want Aaron Rodgers. He
said
boom.
29, a gain of 4.
He wanted Prescott.
Call it a gain
He
of
didn't
4
want Aaron
on
Rodgers.
1st, and that'll
He
make
came
it
to me.
2nd down.
Come on, trade.
From the 29, Cousins.
Oh, jump!
Okay,
come on, Street.
Come on, Street. Prescott. You want Prescott? Well, give me Aaron Rodgers, bro.
Anyone other than your QB to throw the ball,
I was
you
supposed
must
to
have
pick
a lot
that.
of confidence, or
Come
you
on.
think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook,
Yes,
and
he
a
got
great
Sean
grab
Lee.
on the other end.
He sent me Rashawn Gary. Oh, I didn't know you were playing him. First. Sean Lee, 82 feet, bro.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away.
82?
It's incomplete. The coverage that time excellent by Nevin Lawson.
He wouldn't start on
That
my
was a
team.
battle. Who's going to win on 1st down? The offense or the defense?
82
Let's
speed
face it, if
linebacker,
you've
he
got the
wouldn't even
ball,
start on my team.
4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock the Alvin away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins.
This nigga looking like somebody.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field.
Makes it
very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Hey, no, easy.
No, sir.
They go play action. Cousins.
We'll see.
Going deep for Diggs. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was the
Put your foot in that motherfucker, Street Farm. Let's go.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot
What
right
do you do,
out of
lead
the
a party?
gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
I got Aaron Rodgers.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
7 yards on the play, and that'll make it second down.
I don't know him, never.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Hey, bro, why you got a lot of animosity against me, bro? I ain't do nothing but put trade out there. Take it. Hey, show shot.
Yo.
Either they going to accept it or not, right?
Right.
I don't got no gun in nobody's head saying do this, do that.
I mean, you was trying to get my tight end, nigga. I told you hell no.
Thank you. I've been trying to get tight end from everybody.
I told your ass to go sit down somewhere.
From the gun, it's Carr. Caught left side, Williams. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Hey.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 15. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down.
Get out the game,
Cook. 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way.
Devin Cook thinking he's doing something. I ain't for the bullshit. Let's go.
Then the defense has the advantage.
Go see the trainer, nigga.
A first carry for Amir Abdullah. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a
low
nice
back strain will not be able to return to the game. Sit your ass down. Go drink some milk. Go drink some milk, little nigga.
But oh, so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Now the rookie from Boise State, Alexander Madison. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Woo! Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well.
Get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
You're going to fix that streak. Good job.
Well, they got the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. These two teams all tied after one. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. On 2nd and 9, Carr, he finds McKinnon, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing on first down is Carr. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
You trying to group me? Who the group me for? You already in it.
2nd down, McKinnon. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
Go to the group me.
2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Nope, go to the rules. Go to settings.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down.
Yeah.
And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
All right. All right.
A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams, an 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California.
There we go, Hot Grits, pick him up. Give me my shit.
Picked by Darryl Worley, and they'll start out with great field position.
Get my shit back. That shit ain't yours, Street Farm.
Enemy territory. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Everson Griffin on the sack. Taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Carr, he's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah. And they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
I mean, you in the chat. Do we have a problem?
And now out comes Minnesota. And last time, one play
do we have a problem? That's all I need to know.
Offense, they should be fresh.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Why?
They try the right side with Abdullah. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there, a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Yeah.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow. Throwing on 2nd down. Cousins, left side caught by Diggs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Back to the ground now. Here's Abdullah. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. This is screen to Abdullah. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
To throw it is Cousins.
There we go. Hot grits. Pick him up. Give me my shit.
LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
In my goose voice.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Oh, he just got a safety.
Get away.
He just got a safety.
Go down, and that is a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the safety creep.
Oh.
Back.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey, can't.
Final play of the half. Cousins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Thomas.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This will be taken short.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Here goes Doug Martin.
Get up the field, Doug Martin.
The 20.
Get in the box. Let's go.
Touchdown, Oakland. Doug Martin. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
You gotta be all that, bro.
Second half starts with a run by Dola. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Good route here.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Cousins now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Now a give. This is Abdullah. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
Against these damn plays, man.
From just shy of midfield, Cousins.
Catch the ball, bruh.
Former Buckeye first-rounder Gary.
Oh, man, I let him get away with another fucking interception. That's why you play DB and not receiver. Oh, sorry-ass nigga. Catch the fucking ball.
Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
2nd and 5 now. Cousins. This will be caught inside the 10.
Yep.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Benson Mayowa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a...
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game.
Keep on trying to fight.
What's it go?
17-15, and he going for 2.
Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Minus 50. Let's go, D.
Now Cousins goes right side.
He's got that,
and he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out.
Lucky bastard. I should have had that pickoff. I knew Madden was going to do me like that.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Carr. Now Brown. Oh, he lost the
Oh, wow. Now Antonio Brown want to fucking fumble. Okay.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards that time. To throw, Cousins. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we...
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Vikings. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And they will take a 7-point lead.
24-17.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Savage.
Oh, here we go.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good lick.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him.
Here you go, Savage.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. To throw, it's Carr. And Wilson has it. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
Now a play fake. Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught at the 10. A big play that time for the Raiders. 43 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Carr. Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Here's Carr toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, he dropped it.
The red zone and the safeties have
dirty bitch. That's the touchdown.
With your delivery, not much space to get a ball in there.
Right. And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. There they begin the drive with a duel. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Lets it fly for Thielen.
Come on, get the pick, y'all.
Defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
There we go. Good defense, y'all.
3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now Brown.
There you go, AB.
A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
At their own 47-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Now McKinnon to start the drive. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They run once more with McKinnon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Here's Carr to throw. They'll find his running back here, Richard. And he's got this down to the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st down, Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Man open left side is Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down. He'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Back to throw.
Fuck! I just threw a pick. God damn, I was driving and just threw a fucking pick.
As he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
They start the drive with Abdullah. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Again, it's Abdullah. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
Here's Matt Weil now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? With it is Brown.
We got this.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, You're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Minnesota, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. I'm Brandon Gaughan.
Right,
certainly
hey,
have to thank Charles
Street.
Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the
did.
NFL on EA Sports.
Nah, we in a franchise. Yeah, I was playing the run when you was doing that. When you was doing all that. I thought you was running.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.